And if you see a color-coded A in yellow behind a project, that assignment has been given to Angie as charge person. The people that are working with her, support staff for the painting and the cleaning, are primarily Christine and Kenzie and Denise when necessary. Okay. Anything with an R has been designated Rob, and Rob is primarily working with Daryl to complete those projects. Cleaning and painting is Angie, inside projects and maintenance is Rob, and outside projects and grounds is Lloyd. And that does take a lot of time. Garrett occasionally helps him, but the L's in green are projects that have been assigned to Lloyd. Things that are lined out means that they have been completed, so we're crossing them off the list. And I'll try to give you a weekly update. Bill, did you get one of these? You don't have one of those too. And I could make copies for anyone else that would like one too. So, clicking right along. Things are going well. And it will change, and you'll get an updated one next week, because it does that. We hopefully cross more things off the list. Any questions on that? I guess we could wait till we are on the agenda for that, and Ryan and I could address questions at that time. But that's your updated list. Committee minutes, again, those have been verbally requested. I have not seen a written request for those, but they would like a list of attendees and the topics that are being discussed. Facility challenges, that is on the agenda. We'll talk about that there. NASB, Open Meetings Law Workshop on June 17th. Anyone that would like to go to that, and it is recommended by the Nebraska Association of School Boards, just let me know and I will register you for that, unless you have established a login, and then you can register yourself. Okay, but if you would like to go, I can take care of that. Just let me know. NASB orientation, primarily superintendent, board president kind of thing there, July 22nd in Lincoln. Labor Relations Conference is pending in September, as are the area membership meetings. So those are there. Legislative and policy review, we've got some bills that have been passed and already approved by the governor, and those are just listed there as an FYI. You also get that document via your email from Nebraska Association of School Boards.
Anything else?
No, I believe that's it for my report.
Thank you, Ms. Lincoln. Board members, any board members with anything they would like to report? New business. Letter A, discussion of action to set breakfast and hot lunch prices for 2015-2016.
Okay. Okay, and I'll facilitate that discussion as well. A couple of years ago, we were given calculators, spreadsheet calculators, to figure out whether or not our school lunches were within a recommended range. The state has been calculating averages from all school districts across the state, and they have been disaggregating that data by elementary, junior high, and high school for the most part. So the recommendation here is to increase adult lunches by 10 cents, even though the state recommendation is $3.35. We think that would be a very large leap in 1 year, okay? So taking that up by 10 cents gets us in better shape, but not as noticeable as that large of an increase would be, because that would be a 55-cent increase. Student breakfast is currently at $1.45. Donna took a look at that with state averages at the $1.47 for elementary, the $1.51 for junior high, and the $1.55 for high school. So she felt a nickel increase on that was within comparability. There was not a recommendation from the state on that pricing. So $1.50 there. Student lunches K-6, we are currently at $2.20. Donna looked at the averages and recommended a 10-cent increase. So again, it does not hurt anyone's pocketbook. The state recommendation is still at $2.70. But increasing by 10 cents, we would get closer to the state average, which is $2.40. Student lunches for grades 7 through 12 are currently at $2.45. Donna recommends $2.55, an increase of 10 cents. Again, that gets closer to the state average of $2.56, still does not meet the recommendation of $2.70, but closer. Student milk, we didn't get a recommendation on that. She looked at comparability there and recommends 5 cents. So, 10 cents on all lunches, 5 cents on breakfast, 5 cents on milk is what she is recommending for board approval.
I would make a motion to accept the recommendation for school lunch program prices, 2000, along the school year. And second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the changes as presented. Is there any discussion?
I just had one question, just for clarity, Kim. On your nutrition fund, where it says revised budget's $128,000, you guys just set how much you think sales will be a year? Is that what that is? Okay.
It's a shot in the dark, Penny.
Okay.
But we
No.
look at historical data to try to make a determination, and we usually budget high.
Okay.
Because again, the hot lunch fund is not impacted by a levy,
Right.
and typically the general fund does not reimburse the hot lunch fund. That doesn't happen in all school districts, so you need to give kudos to Donna there too. She keeps everything running in the black. A lot of times a school district might have to transfer 20 grand, 30 grand at the end of the year.
Any further discussion?
Williamson,
Yes.
Schindler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Frankie,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Item B, discussion and action to appoint district treasurer. Ms. Neligh-Oakdale.
We did not have any letters of interest for the position of district treasurer.
Yes.
I talked to the president one day about it, and the name came up on that, Erin Weitzel. And I called her after you and I talked. She said she would do it if the district wanted her to do it. So
Did we advertise the position, or how did we go about it?
We advertised, it was a protocol to go through. We had to submit references, not references, but what?
A letter of interest.
A letter of interest.
A letter of interest, and then Dave and I discussed how we wanted to attack that since board policy was not clear with district treasurer appointments. So Dave recommended that we follow board appointment procedure, which involves a letter of interest. And I think our deadline on that was it Tuesday, May 26th maybe? Tuesday, May 26th was the deadline for that. And then they would be interviewed in public session, just like the board appointees were interviewed, and no letters of interest.
So how bad, I'm sorry.
Well, if anyone's interested, would you submit a letter of interest?
It is not necessary, according to board policy.
after talking to,
Yeah.
he said, somebody said, must have told you that she was possibly interested.
I was told that there were 2 or 3 applicants, but they were afraid to step before the board and be interviewed.
And it does not have to happen that way. The board policy does not say it does. So Ryan, if we just had a motion, you all could make an appointment as long as it was a board vote to do so.
Well, I'd like to have a letter of interest, you
Yeah,
know.
just so we're not just appointing them out of the blue, so we do
Right.
know that they're actually interested.
That's why after talking to him, I called her.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a conversation, when I rattled off 3 names or something, and I said, I think Aaron would be good, you know, but
I don't have any objections there, and but I would still like a letter that she's
yeah.
interested, you know.
yeah.
So you want to wait till next month to have an appointment?
Well, we kind of have to, don't we?
Well, yeah.
If she doesn't have her
Well, we
letter,
don't have
if
to.
the board would like a letter, and if she doesn't have her letter, then
Yeah.
we have to wait till next month.
Right,
And
right.
I would rather, I'd feel much more comfortable doing that if we're appointing somebody that we have a,
So you just drop the interview, just have a,
well,
It's just to fill out a term is what it is, it's not.
Right, I would like to follow the process, I guess, versus just
What
slam.
process do you want to follow?
Because there
There
is no
isn't
board
one.
policy process. Yeah, there isn't a process in board policy, unfortunately.
To me, I would feel much more comfortable with.
Okay, now you get
with the
50
letter.
letters, what are you gonna do?
Then you get to go through the
Then we gotta go
process.
through the process.
What's the process?
I would say if you have 50 letters of interest, you would need to interview somebody then.
Obviously, we had no interest. That's the point. I mean, I don't know
And
what you're looking for. We got no interest. We put it out there, and we didn't.
And I mean, if she was here physically also, Brad, just, has she, I mean, she talked to you and expressed she would be willing to do it? I mean.
After talking to her, I called her, and that's what I said. If the board wanted it, would you take the position for the remainder of the appointment of Mrs. Branstadter's position? She said, yes, she would do that for the district, is what she told me.
And when's Deb's position up?
I'm doing Deb's position right now.
Right, her
when's
term.
her term?
Her term, oh, okay, December is typically, we go to new appointments in January. Legal appointment, we do the auditor and we do the treasurer. So we do treasurer, auditor, and lawyer. We don't have to do any of those though, that's not.
Was anybody around that got appointed?
Linda,
Were you on the board then?
No,
she'd
it
been
was a long time
prior
ago.
to my existence.
trying to think how many years Linda said, I don't want to speak to that, but yeah, it's been a while.
Well, I understand what Ryan's saying.
I do.
Brad and I were just having a conversation about it, and she said she's willing to do it, you know, so.
And I take your, it's not that I don't believe you guys. I mean,
No, we just.
completely agree, but I would just feel more comfortable, you know? That's my opinion.
Chris, what do you think?
Does she, what's her background? Does she have? I don't,
She's kept
is she
books.
qualified for it? I guess is
She used-
my question. I don't
She used to
know.
work at a bank. She's kept books for
So
a
she's
couple
qualified.
different, in my
Yes.
opinion, yes.
Okay.
But
I think we have
I think if we don't,
position, somebody
what
that's
else we gotta do?
willing to do it, we don't have anybody who's willing to do it at this point. Sounds like she's qualified, steps it up.
But what, have you asked her if she would submit a letter of interest?
I did not ask her. I just asked her if she was interested, if she would fill the position if the board wanted her, and she said yes.
So is there a reason we couldn't ask for her to fill out a letter to make Ryan feel better and?
No.
Yeah, I mean, and my vote's not against her qualifications, it's just I would like
Right.
to have the letter,
Right.
you know, so.
Well, I make a motion that we accept Erin as the treasurer and contingent on the fact that she submits a letter of interest. We don't have to have the hearing thing or whatever you're guys talking about, but interview, but sorry.
I'd second that.
We have a
I was in
second.
the governor's chambers today.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Jenny?
Schindler,
Yes.
Higgins,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Ranky,
yes.
Pointsman.
Yes.
Okay, item C, discussion of review board policies 300.01 to 303.09, role administration communication channels, superintendent principal qualification, duties, evaluation. That would probably be you, Ms. Williams.
I did not see any clerical changes.
Nothing.
Mr. Wright?
Nope.
Anybody else? Okay, then I didn't see no recommendations for changes on those.
All right. Letter D, discussion review building and grounds facility challenges.
Well, the updated summer list is there, so Ryan, do you have anything that you'd like to share?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, Flanagan Electric came and replaced the conduit into the basement and also replaced the power box. They found a hole in the conduit, and then the power box, the box itself was pretty rusty, and he was pretty concerned about the safety factors of that.
Okay.
So he went ahead and did that.
Good.
And it's rained 2 or 3 times since then, no leaks
Amen.
At Westwood?
at Westwood.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
No more buckets
hopefully
to dump there.
that's fixed. And we've also received bids for new gutters at Westwood too.
That, I believe, is in here, Ryan. I got a
Okay.
copy of that as well.
Okay. And it's real reasonable.
It was very reasonable. Gutter crew from Oakdale, $2,723.40. I thought it was very
And
reasonable.
then part of that, when they put those new gutters on, they can, some of the issue is even though the conduit's fixed, it's still if you look behind there, that wing, what I call a lean-to, or it's the storage shed off the multi-purpose room is actually lower than the surrounding terrain. And that the gutter crew will be able to send that water to the west of the storage shed, so it should completely eliminate the only water problems you may have that I could see is if you get a big snowstorm or something and it pushes against the north end of the building. But it should dramatically reduce the occurrence of water in that little area there when you come out of the floor man.
Good.
And I know that everything else is just ongoing, nothing new that I know of. And the only question I had, Kim, is one time back in March, we talked about, I believe it was March, about there were some buildings that had hail damage on the roof. And I
Yes.
forgot last meeting to ask about that.
Okay.
You were
I have it all right here.
Okay.
And all the bids, I think I showed those to Bill too, all the bids, everything for building and grounds is right here in this corner that we're dealing with this year. We've got 3 bids. Kevin Hill got
Okay.
the bid, and we've already got an insurance check back for the portion that the school is due, and they would like it wrapped up by the end of June. And if it is higher than what Kevin thought, then they would like to see that submission. Because again, we transitioned from Insurance Associates to EMC
Okay.
Insurance. So they would like that wrapped up. Kevin has not had time to attend to it yet.
Well,
But
that
he
was-
did get the low bid. It's
That
not-
was as far as who was doing the work, or whatever. My concern was that at the time, I think there was a conversation that the original estimates were kind of, or what the insurance company wanted to pay us was for low for what maybe we thought the damage was. And I just wanted to make sure we got estimates so we could kind of
We
close
did
that gap.
get estimates, and actually I've got an email that I could forward to everyone. It's still in my inbox because it hasn't been dealt with yet. But the email back from the insurance said that they thought the bids were reasonable, therefore they would pay half of them right now, and that should it be higher, they will reimburse us the difference. Please wrap it up. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was concerned too, because I think the insurance check was like 3,800, something in that nature, and I think the bid for the work was closer to the 7,200.
Okay. The other thing, I did talk to Adam from Ahern last week, and they're still their plan is right now, he said they got a big job, and that's all their focus, but as of right now, is they're still planning on being here the first week of July. And he said for some unforeseen reason, if work goes along where they're at, he said we'll just put a couple extra guys on the job to make sure it is ready, sprinklers, and that he also wanted to have administration aware of kind of their work schedule, is that they'll work, right now they're planning on working 12-hour days and doing that 3 days a week, and then on Thursday, working till noon. So their guys will get their hours in, they'll just do it in 4 days instead of 5, and, where they have to travel, or he said it'd be nice for their employees to be back on Friday or whatever. So he says as of right now, that's kind of their tentative work schedule. He said it shouldn't affect, any of our custodian staff or anything, but he just wanted to make everybody aware of what they plan on doing. I don't have anything else to add.
I do not either.
I guess I got a question on this, you got these letters beside them. And number 12 says finish gym floor annual 2 coats, 2 days, and you have Rob beside that. So does that mean Rob's in charge of getting that?
Rob's in charge of reporting when that is done, and he's in charge of the prep work. He's the inside maintenance. So the prep work is just cleaning the floor before they come and do the waxing. They do the waxing. Placky will come on June 22nd.
So why did we go with Placky instead of staying with Hilliard?
We went with Hilliard 1 year, and he did not stick to his bid, and came back and wanted to charge an extra $1,000 for the labor, and that is why.
And did he charge it?
Yes. And Placky is scheduled. And Placky has done the floor many, many years. We went with Hilliard because he was cheaper at that time and said that he would throw in the stage area as well, which he did do the stage area too, and he did a lot of training with the gentleman on getting the wax off of the floors.
So then what's Placky's bid?
Placky's bid, I have to look it up. I thought I had it down here, $3,500,
So when is he supposed to come?
June 22nd.
That's the same time he was supposed to come sand the floor as well?
Right, but he is not doing that. I called him and told him it's not working.
How long do we have to stay off the floor when it gets done?
Until it's entirely dry. Typically, we wait until school is back in session with the kids the first part of August.
So what does that do to our volleyball girls?
They're aware, and our basketball kids are aware. We typically lock it down the first part of July, and it's locked down the entire month, padlocked, so that nobody walks on it.
And you say Hilliard charged you another $1,000?
Above his bid, because he said that the floor was in terrible shape, and he couldn't get the black off, and he tried to screen, and
Okay. Letter E, board self-assessment. And I think that would be you, Crystal. The floor is yours.